Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I wanted to let you know the next Tribal Tuesday is open for applications. I truly believe it's one of the best things I've ever done, and I was so humbled by the amazing group that I had for the first ever, and I'm really looking forward to September. If you want to be a part of that, there is a link in the description box below. So before we start, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look-see at your destiny card for the week ahead. I don't know why, but that one's poking out at me. The Lover's card, right? So this is great. This week, you are listening to and believing in the power of love, right? And you know, usually we talk about the Lover's card representing choice and decisions. For sure, it very often does. I'm sure we'll see that show up in this reading. But this really is about this week you tapping into the power of love. Whether you're single, whether you're partnered is irrelevant. This is about you tapping into the love that you hold within yourself for other people, possibly for a partner, for your family, for your friends, for the world itself. This week you are using love, you are using the power of your heart as your power pack. This is where you're saying, you know what, I can transcend any experience that I have, providing I'm willing to delve into what my heart space is all about, right? When you open yourself up to love, when you open yourself up to the beautiful feelings and also the powerful energy that love creates, love, not obsession, right? And this week you will need to know the difference between the two, because we've got this lunar eclipse going on, so it's going to be very intense and heavy for everybody. Plus we've got a Mercury retrograde, which you will be feeling because it's your ruling planet, right? So it's really important that you know the difference. Is it love or is it obsession, right? And if it is truly love, you can use that as a power pack and it will fuel every single one of your dreams, your hopes and your aspirations. If it's an obsession, you will this week have a decision to make about whether that is actually healthy for you and what it is actually creating in your life. So let's see what the context is. Let me put those up before I end up having to play 78 card pickup. So the direction, what does this relate to? Who, possibly? All right, this week you get the King of Cups, right? So for those of you that are single, a King of Cups, right? So this would be a water sign male usually. It could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. And the King of Cups is somebody that knows how to rule their emotions. This person is in command of themselves. That doesn't mean that they rule their emotions with an iron fist and don't allow themselves to feel. Quite the opposite. That's where the King of Cups gets his power from being able to love deeply, to feel wholly and totally, right? That's what allows the water signs all of their sensitivity and their psychic abilities, because they're open to the feeling, right? They don't shy away from it, they don't hide from it. The difference between the King of Cups and all of the other Cups card is he's got such a handle on those emotions, he's not swayed by them. Right? So if he feels something and he feels it really strongly, but his mind tells him something else would be a better fit, he's able to override that feeling. That's the whole point of the King of Cups, right? So for those of you that are single, it looks like a water sign person could very well be making themselves known in your life this week. And this could be somebody that really gives you a completely different perspective, but also in some way, shape or form softens you. This is somebody that's going to, you know, give you that sort of nourishment and nurturing, and also create almost like a protective vibe around you. This is wonderful. For those of you that are single, it looks like there is somebody coming in that's really going to rock your world. It doesn't have to be a man, it could be a woman. Do you know what I mean? It swings and roundabouts, right? For those of you that are partnered, this really suggests, it's like you and your partner have that, you know, that connection, that feeling, that just, you know, I know when they're home, I know when they're not, I know when they're, it's almost like you're just going to be so in tune with each other. and that feeling is going to build around you, and it's going to start to attract things. So it's really, really important that you are aware, is this obsession, right? Or is it actually love? Because if it's truly love, you will start to attract and pull things to you that are just going to really enhance your lives. If it's obsession and it's not necessarily healthy, you will start to attract more and more intense experiences that really force you to have to ask yourself that big question. Is this the right path for both of us, right? It looks like your relationships are really coming under the spotlight this week. Very, very interesting indeed. So let's have a look at your peek behind the scenes. What's going on with your insight card this week? And this week you get... okay. The Seven of Pentacles, right? Don't ask, it happens. So the Seven of Pentacles is about where you invest your time, how much you've put into something. For some of you, you could be asking yourself, how much have I put into this relationship? How much has this relationship given back to me? For those of you that are single, this will ask you, have you invested in yourself enough? Do you have you invested time, care, nourishment, nurturing in yourself enough to be in a relationship? And that's a really big question to ask. And sometimes it's quite a tough question to ask as well, because it sees you having to be really brutally honest with yourself and say, well, actually, I don't feel like I've done enough self-work to be in a relationship yet. And it's a really powerful place to be, because it gives you strength and it gives you courage to be that honest and also to be that vulnerable, right? It's a really interesting week for you guys, and I do feel like this all does relate to your relationships. As your peek behind the scenes, the Seven of Pentacles says it's not done yet. Right, so even if you have an intense experience with a partner this week, it's not done yet. There is more for you to learn. There's more time for you to invest. For those of you that are single, it suggests that you're looking at yourself and asking yourself, am I really ready for a relationship, or am I just in love with the idea of love at the moment because I don't want to be lonely? Right, it's interesting as well, because what's just popped into mind is, there's that age-old adage where everyone wants to be single for the summer so they can live it up and do whatever they like, and then come the winter they're like, oh, I want a partner, and it's like, well, what, just to spend the cozy nights with, and then come spring you're back out to the no. It's a poor example, but I'm sure you get what I mean. If it's not too personal, let me know how it shapes up for all of you. Also, like I said, for those of you that are in relationships, it looks like a really beautiful time, and that Seven of Pentacles is saying, if you choose to build together, you will build something that truly can last the test of time. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.